Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
Did I turn on the mic?
You tested it.
I did test
it.
it.
Hope that
My brain's not all there.
I wasn't being all testy for nothing.
Miss Angela, my brain's not all there. Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
We're here.
Yay!
It's time for another Ask RNA.
That's right.
Oh, from RNA Music, your favorite mom and pop
Yes.
guitar shop and music lesson, a studio.
We're here.
Deep in the heart of Texas. It's Saturday.
Yes, it is.
Saturday. Another crazy week. A couple days behind.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And today's been crazy.
It has. It's just been busy. It hasn't been crazy.
No, it's not been crazy.
It's just been
busy.
It's just been like that.
Busy. In a good way.
And I'm tired. Yes.
We're really tired. We played outside in the sun.
And it's only 2 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Almost 3 o'clock.
2:50.
Yeah.
It's 2:50.
Yeah.
We're going to answer your questions. Let's get to it.
Let's do this.
All right, welcome back to the show, to today's show.
Yes.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Angela.
We are married
Yes, we are.
to each other. And we own a music store, music lesson studio, deep in the heart of Texas. One of the great states of the United States. I was going to say the best, but I don't want to offend anyone. It's just a good one.
We're Texans.
We're a good one. It's a good one.
We are the best.
You said it, not me. That was you. Not me.
It's okay because every state in their state, they think they're the best. So
They
it's okay
should.
for us to think that we're the best.
People from Louisiana should think that
they're-
Louisiana is the best.
Sure.
And I'm not offended that they think that about themselves.
Yes, exactly.
They're wrong, but I'm not offended that they think that.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're here to today shoot an FAQ style video. This is number 260 something or another.
Yep.
257?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot. It's been a couple of years now of Ask RNA. So, anyways, we're going to answer y'all's questions. I'm not wearing an RNA Music t-shirt, and neither are you.
No, I'm wearing POD.
POD.
Yeah, representing.
Represent the Southtown.
Yes.
The SD.
SoCal.
San Diego.
Yeah.
California is a state that's not Texas.
Yes.
POD's from there,
But
so
apparently I'm total repping.
You're repping the SD today. I forgot. Oh, if you want to get an RNA Music t-shirt, Teespring link in the description. All of our details on our other social medias down there.
All them things.
There's a timestamp list for all you smart people of today's questions. So if you want to skip to one right away, don't. Just watch the whole thing. Let it run. You'll like it. If you're new, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get to the questions. All right. Because we're tired and we don't have time. No, we want to do this. All right. First question. Big Johnson, hashtag beard. Have y'all played any guitars equipped with Richlite fretboard material? I seem to enjoy playing guitars with fretboards made out of Richlite. Any thoughts?
What are your thoughts, Rory?
I don't think that I have. I don't think I have. I have had some guitars come in that I restrung for people.
Yes.
That had fretboards. I'm like, oh man, this thing is dried out. We need to condition this, treat this, clean this. I'm like, oh, this isn't wood.
Right.
I don't know what this is. But they were like very cheap. Like super budget.
Yeah.
Acoustic guitar you buy for your kid for $100 or something. So I don't know if those were Richlite or just some plastic material.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've had anyone. I've actually played one with that, so I don't know. I don't think I have.
It'd be interesting to get your hands on one just to see.
Yeah, it would be. That's kind of an alternative material for save the trees and such. But I have not, Big Johnson. But any of you guys and gals out there who have had experience or own a guitar with a Richlite
let us know.
fretboard. Share below, that'd be great. I know something interesting, Parker, which is a subsidiary of US Music, who owned Washburn guitars, of whom I have several. Parker guitars had some kind of composite fretboard, phenolic. It's super dark and black, and it was a
Interesting.
Not a wood.
Yeah.
And it was super hard.
Okay.
Like space station stuff, like adamantium fretboards or something.
Nice adamantium.
Yeah,
I like that reference.
Yeah, it's not gonna. But those some of those Parkers, because their whole thing was like to make a super lightweight guitar. So they had that material.
Okay.
I feel like I've played a Parker that may have had that, but different material originally.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys and gals, let us know what you think. Share your experience. Next question. From the motherland. Heritage, not hate. England.
Yes.
Yeah. Just Fine Guitar. Chris, thanks for the answers. RNA. Hashtag beard. Hashtag KTMA. New question. What is the oldest guitar you've ever sold?
Ooh,
what is it, Angela?
I don't know. That we ever sold?
Sold here in the store. Well,
I don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head either. Now, we opened in 2010, January of 2010. The first guitars we got in were some 09, middle to late 09 Schecters. Because I actually put in my first order as a dealer with Schecter guitars.
Yes.
First company we were ever a dealer for. So like in October, November, we put in our first Schecter order of 09.
Yes.
And of course on paper, technically, you know, for tax purposes, we were open January 1, 2010, sales tax and all that stuff. So for sure, some 09s of newest guitars.
Right.
But I have had some used guitars come and go, like guitars that, you know, either I bought that were mine that I turned around and sold, or I've had some consignment ones come in where I did a consignment sale for someone else. And I would say probably we've had some old crappy acoustics that were for sure some like probably mid 80s acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had
They weren't that great.
a crappy 70s acoustic, like not a magnificent 70s acoustic, like, oh my gosh, hold on, but like cheap, you know, cheap
stuff.
Brand, you know, no name brand from the 70s. Probably something from the 70s would be my guess.
Yeah, we've had a lot come through here for like people asking the pricing on stuff, and they've been from like the 80s and the 70s, like that, but not like that we've had in store that we've sold to customers that we've kept in stock.
Now probably the neatest one I would say was I did have a grandma come in who was one of our students' parents. She's also our dog groomer. She would groom our schnauzer for us. Anyway, she came in and she had a guitar. She's like, hey, I got this old acoustic. I'm thinking about giving to my grandson. He's not doing much. And, you know, maybe we'll kickstart him into, you know, 19-year-old, get his life together if he start playing the guitar.
Right.
So she brought in this old acoustic, and I'm looking at it like, oh, man, this is old. It was a Gibson, like a parlor-sized Gibson acoustic. It was in rough shape. It had a broken, you know, tuning key that she wanted me to try to fix for her, and all of these cracks in the back, and it had, you know, glue where someone had glued it and done a bad repair job on it, and I was like, oh, I don't know, but this is old. Let me check it out. So she's like, okay, well, if you can fix it, let me know, you know, or whatever, and just if I should give it to my grandson or not. And so I took it to my buddies at Action Sound in Hawkins, Texas. They've been around for forever. They are the master craftsmen, repair guys. Like, it could be shattered into 100 pieces and they could put it back together
And make it look new.
Glue it together. I mean, just refabricate it completely. And they do also handle a lot of vintage instruments.
Yes, they do.
So I took that to Kelly. I was like, hey, I got this guitar and I don't know what it is. She's like, oh, that's a Gibson blab blab 1925. Nah. Like, he knew exactly what year it was from and what model just by looking at it. The shape. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I could tell it was old. So it was probably from the 20s. And of course, it was in rough shape. And he's digging around and I got his hands all up in it, like feeling everything. And like, I'm like, all right, well, what's it worth? He's like, about $1,600. No, $1,200. Like, in the condition it was in, rough. He's like, it's worth about $1,200. I was like, what about to fix it? He said, well, about $400 to fix it because it can be fixed.
Yeah.
But it's rough, you know. I said, what'd it be worth after that? He said, about $1,600. He's like, go back and tell her you'll trade her a Washburn for it. And I was like, I can't do that. I know her.
Yeah.
She shaves my dog. She grooms my schnauzer.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was kind of the neatest one that came in that I had my hands on. Well, that was definitely the oldest. Now, I had a buddy A friend of mine inherited a Gibson 335, like a 60 model, like a 1961. And he brought it in with like a late 50s Fender amp, and I restrung it for him. You know, and I checked it out and played it, and he's like, yeah, this is my grandpa's. His grandpa got it brand new in 61, and, you know, at 30-something years old, he finally inherited that guitar, and it was worth about 40 grand. It was pretty cool. But those are old guitar stories, quick and dirty. But the oldest one we've sold is probably crappy, no-name acoustics from the 70s. Great question. Thank you. Just Found Guitar. Hope you're well in the mother country. Next question. Walking Dead 1369er. Hashtag beard. Have you ever gotten a used guitar that was just played to death, and when you picked it up, it played, and when you picked it up and played it, you go, yeah, this thing has mojo. I can see why it's like this. Hashtag mom's chicken strips. Because we were talking about your mom's chicken strips last week.
Yes.
He was paying attention.
He was.
Walking Dead.
That's some legit.
Walking Dead is like he's like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
He's paying attention to every detail. Let's see. Have I gotten a used guitar? Oh. That's like 61 Gibson.
Yeah.
335. That I can't say his name because I don't know if he wants people to know that he has it.
Right. No.
They're
Let's
like,
just keep it shush.
we're gonna go break into his house and steal that $40,000.
Okay,
guitar.
go dark all of a sudden.
Well,
it's
just, you know.
Moving along.
Anyways.
Nothing to see here.
That was pretty cool. It wasn't just played to death, though. I mean, it had been played, obviously.
It looked loved on, but not abused.
No, not at all. It was actually in really good shape. But it was pretty cool. You know, and I restrung it for my friend. He's like, can you put some new strings on it? And like, you know, because he didn't, I mean, he plays guitar, but, you know, he wanted someone else who was a guitar nerd to check it out.
Right.
Who he could trust. And I played on it, and it was pretty rad. And to play something like that, which is sort of an iconic guitar from one of the two big brands of the 50s and 60s.
Right.
That was pretty.
It's pretty rad.
That was pretty cool. But no, not. I don't think I've ever had one come in that was just totally, you know, destroyed almost.
Yeah, no. That was just like, oh wow, this has some an old spirit to it.
Yeah.
Now
our the Les Paul we got, the Gibson, the 96 Les Paul Standard we got last spring.
Yeah.
That one came in, the lady was looking to sell it. And we told the story. There's a video, you can go back about a year ago, there's a video of me explaining the Les Paul 1996 Les Paul Standard that we bought from a lady. That was cool. And she was showing it to us. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, it wasn't totally just, you know, needs a fret job or anything.
Yeah.
But it had the mojo.
Yes.
And it was kind of like everything I'd sort of always wanted in a Les Paul.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
It was
one of the things I wanted, and so we're like, honey, can we
we'll figure it out.
Can we figure this out and help this? We're helping this lady.
Right.
His husband passed away, and she's in a situation, and
we helped her. That's true, but
we did help her.
It was more like this is a great find. It just kind of fell in our lap.
Yeah.
So
that one was pretty cool, and I keep it at the house most of the time, and it's got that thing, you know, that you're like something's.
Yeah,
it's got that.
Don't mean a thing. It ain't got
something. It's got that something in it that you pick it up and you're like, there feels like there's a special connection or something.
Blister pop on my finger.
What'd you
Keep on messing with it. Sorry.
Is that from the leaf blower?
No, I think it's from
crocheting.
Yes.
You got a crochet
blister.
You've been crocheting like a maniac lately.
Some serious crochet.
Anyway. All right. Thanks for the question, Walking Dead. What do you guys? What's the most mojo guitar y'all ever put your hands on and played, or that you own?
Yeah.
Tell us below. Next question. Big John.
Big Bad John.
Big Bad John from Florida. Florida.
Haven't heard from you in a long time, Big John.
Yeah.
Other than Facebook. I mean, we talk to you.
We see you on Facebook. But, hashtag beard. Hey guys, do you think Adam Lamar was invaded by alien body snatchers that made him shave his beard?
His hashtag beard.
His hashtag beard. And do you guys believe he will lose his tone? P.S. The truth is out there.
That's right.
World exclusive. Last week, you saw it here. Adam Lamar from the Texas metal band Warefoot, and also the Skate Niggs, shaved his beard. His majestic metal beard.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. It was awesome.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to be in a Texas metal band, you should have a beard.
That's the beard you should have.
That's the beard. I mean, I have a Warefoot shirt that has like a wizard hat with a giant beard on it. Like,
that's right. That's right.
It's part of the branding, Adam.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was he invaded by Body Snatchers? I think he just had too much to drink one night. That would be my guess. He was mixing Mountain Dew and, was it rum? Whiskey. He had too many whiskey and Mountain Dew cocktails and probably thought it was a good idea to shave.
We'll blame it on that.
That's what it is. Never mix whiskey and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. That's
Adam.
a Mountain Don't.
That's a Mountain Do Not do that. Do not do that thing. I think of the dumbest thing I could think of, and then I do not do that thing.
And then I do not do that thing. Yes, exactly.
Truth is out there, Big John. I don't know if we'll ever know.
Yeah.
I was texting Adam just a few minutes ago before we started this.
It was tinging the
Bing,
alert.
Bing.
Just before we started.
How many of you guys think Adam should grow his beard back? Leave a comment below. Next question. John's Tropical Reflections. #beard.
There you go.
John thinks so. Ryan, I'm really digging the colors on that RNA Music shirt you're wearing. The emerald green lettering logo looks amazing. I was looking for that exact shirt at the Teespring link and I didn't see it.
What? It says.
What must have this shirt? Question for Angela. Which versions of the Bible do you normally prefer when just reading scripture as opposed to studying to present a lesson? Ryan, how can I consistently nail a fast section in a solo when more often than not I get overly anxious and choke rather than relaxing and nailing it when the big moment arrives? Please tell Bitter Bass Man hello. We miss seeing his face. We saw the Bitter Bass Man earlier today at our gig.
Yes.
Our outdoor gig in the sun when it's...
We were under a canopy.
But the sun was coming at us sideways.
Yeah,
and so the canopy was not giving us any shade.
I know, we're going to need to get a little drop thing.
Yeah, there was a thing behind us that was getting shade from the canopy.
Or double up the canopy, so...
we need another canopy.
Yeah.
One over. So.
We need 2 canopies.
So we did see Paul today. He's probably going to come to the shop today. He's going to borrow my vocal mic to record some vocal things. Okay. So last week I was wearing, it's a black shirt with a green logo. Now that is not on the Teespring store because it's vintage. That was back when we had them locally screen printed.
Yes, and you had to do the double layer.
Yeah, you had to put down a layer of white screen print and then come back over the white with the green in order for it to pop like that. So that's old school. It's not the Teespring store. We could probably add it. I have to figure out how to do that. Yeah, it won't be the exact
That's the only thing.
same.
Yeah.
I'll have to go in and find the logo and make it green and then add it to the Teespring store. I'll see if I can make that happen. I can't promise it, John, but we'll try. Okay, to the questions. Angela, which version of the Bible do you normally prefer when just reading as opposed to studying for a presentation?
I go all over the place whenever I'm reading. I don't necessarily like the King James because it is so hard to understand with all the these and thous. I mean, I get it, but...
Sure.
So I like the NIV. I know a lot of people don't like the NIV because they are just like...
Blasphemy!
I know. They omitted so much stuff, but
Jesus
whenever you're
spoke
studying...
King James. Jesus spoke King James.
Yes, exactly. I use the Complete Jewish Bible, which is nice because it's like direct Hebrew and Greek. It's like direct Hebrew.
A direct translation.
Yes, from Hebrew and Greek. So a lot of the words that the King James doesn't capture.
You mean it wasn't originally written in Old English?
Yes, in the King's English.
It was Greek and Hebrew?
It was correct. So certain words, not calling
Aramaic.
God, and Con, the Elohim and Yahweh, the actual names, or Yod He Vav He, the names of God, the actual Jewish names of God. That I like that. And then of course all the books of the Bible are in Hebrew and Greek, the original versions of the names. And there's a lot of stuff brought out that the King James omitted because they didn't like, the King James himself didn't like the Jewish part of the phonetically, like all the Y's were turned to J's, and that's just not right. So honestly, if you're going to read the King James, you are reading an incorrect version of the Bible, because it's not Jesus, it's Yeshua. So it's not,
his name's
it's
not really Jesus.
It's not Jehovah, it's Yahovah. It has a different meaning because there's no J's in the Hebrew language.
When you pronounce his name correctly,
it changes it completely. So even all the prophets,
it's like when I call you Angie.
Elijah.
You don't like
it
that.
Hasn't. It doesn't have a J sound. Elijah or Jeremiah. There's no It's all Y's.
Jeremiah.
Yes, and like Matthew, it's Modest Yahoo.
Yeah.
I
like Modest Yahoo.
Yeah, so
That's
there's
a much cooler name than Matthew.
And of course, when you get to the Greek names, it is the Greek of what we know, certain names. But it's just interesting. I like the complete Jewish version or the Message. The Message is really good to teach out of because it brings it to our century. And it actually leans towards, whether people know it or like it or not, it actually leans closer to the Jewish version than the King James version, I've noticed in studying it, which is pretty interesting. But a lot of people on the street don't like the Message. It's like in Bible school, they said it's a commentary. It's not a translation. It's just a commentary, which is fine. You can think that all you want to. But if you hold it up against the complete Jewish version, it is actually really close to...
It's actually more accurate.
Yeah. From what I get. I like the Amplified also. But, yeah.
There you go. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
They didn't ask what I liked.
Yeah, what do you prefer?
Fine. Well, whatever. It's whatever you tell me to like, I guess. I like the New King James. That's what I did a lot.
I do the New King James also.
That was New King James is one I read. NIV again. It's the devil's translation, but
apparently
part of it's good. But I also like the Message too.
Yeah, I like the Message.
I haven't read the Jewish
complete
Jewish.
It's on the Bible app. You can get it. It's on the Bible app. The YouVersion Bible app. They have the complete Jewish version. But you have to understand, like, a lot of the books and stuff are going to be in, it's not written in Aramaic. It is in English, but
right.
It'll have the original names, and then in the parentheses next to it, it'll have the abbreviation of what the names, because they don't look or sound like anything like what we're used to in English through King James. So I really like it. But then you're missing a huge chunk of what they're actually saying in each book of the Bible by translating it, almost like dumbing it down for the King James Version versus the actual Hebrew name. Because King James actually took out parts of the names of God out of the names of the books of the Bible. And in the complete Jewish version, they kept it in. So it's pretty interesting where you can see the name of Jehovah in there. So
I need to read that one more. Okay, yeah. Ryan, how can I consistently nail a fast section and a solo when more often than not I get overly anxious and choke rather than relaxing and nailing it when the big moment arrives? Please tell the bitter bassman hello. We miss seeing his face. Okay, so who it is? Come on in.
We just mentioned you, literally. That was creepy.
It's so hot.
It is hot.
That's creepy.
Bring it on in. Bring it on in.
Here, you want to sit here? Oh, you'll be too high.
I need to sit?
You can if you want.
Sit over on that side. There's stove over there.
There's a throne.
Here, I'll scooch over. It's tight.
I'll be the short one again.
That's fine. You're fine.
Ryan, how can I consistently nail a fast section in a solo when more often than not I get overly anxious and choke rather than relaxing and nailing it when the big moment arrives? Please tell Bitter Bassman hello and we miss seeing his face.
Hello.
I literally just read that.
Yeah, and then you hear this
you
doop, and we're like, whoa, that was creepy. Okay.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, come on in. Come on.
Bring it on in.
Bring it in.
Oldest guitar I've ever sold. Richlite fretboards. Got a guitar that was
Adam's new look.
Adam has
being an alien body snatcher.
Invaded by body snatchers that made him shave.
Oh.
Angela's favorite Bible translation.
What's this? Mom's chicken strips.
That's a hashtag from last week. Apparently you didn't watch last week.
No, I didn't.
See? That'll come into play here in a minute.
Okay.
All right. So the secret to nailing the fast passages is endless repetition.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yes. Play it slow 1,000
Over
times.
and
then eventually you will play it fast. And when you can play it fast, play it another 1,000 times to where it's just a muscle memory thing. Now that's not to say that you still can't have a brain fart after you have something that you've played it 1,000 times cleanly, fast.
That's the truth.
That in the moment you completely blow it. I mean, that happens, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a big chunk of it that I think is a mental game to where it's like, if you psych yourself out and you feel like you're going to mess it up, you probably will.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really good,
you won't.
Well, I was going to say, even if you mess up, no one's going to notice.
No one's
No one's going to know. You will. You'll beat yourself up later and
Yes.
probably cry yourself to sleep, but
On your huge
anybody
pillow.
who's listening is going to be like,
That was amazing. You're like, yeah, but that one part.
yeah.
Case in point.
And musicians will point out, yeah, but I missed this one note for like half a second in this 16th bar of the minute and 23 seconds of the song. And they'll be like,
No one noticed.
What?
Yeah. This did happen to me though on our last, was it the last recital? I think it was.
Yeah.
Because we played Iron Man and I practiced the solo like endlessly. And I played it. I learned it at like 1/4 speed. One note at a time. Perfect rhythms, timings, and then slowly sped it up and then played it 1,000,000 times. Because I'm like, you can't screw up Tony Iommi. It's like, if we're going to play this,
You better
you
do
got to
it.
play it.
Own it.
Play it in my sleep. Got to the thing, playing the song, got to the solo, hit the pedal, completely forgot how to play it.
Yeah,
So,
but you played something.
I played a solo during that
Yes.
same section, and it actually turned out pretty good. I was fairly
Because no
shocked.
one honestly really knows.
No one knows.
how it goes.
Just remember, you're not Tony. You're not whoever you're mimicking. You're you.
Yeah.
Make it yours, as close to theirs as
Well,
possible.
Tony never plays it. Tony never plays it the same either, so I kind of felt like I was actually more in the spirit of Tony Iommi because he doesn't play the same solo
Right.
every time.
I'm telling you, there's stuff I've recorded that I don't even remember what I played, and I played it live. It was not what I played on a recording.
I think my
Yeah.
camera's leaning.
I don't like your... Am I really that pale? I've been outside every freaking day.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
We did.
Welcome
I
to
did.
your
I look skinny, too.
I did adjust the white balance.
Sickly skinny.
No, you don't. You look fine.
Nobody's wearing masks. Yeah, just practice.
I was like, is
Practice
that
it.
a question? No.
Yeah.
No one cares. We're families.
Yeah, just practice. Play it.
The only one who's going to care is you. And other musicians. They'll make fun of you later, but it's what
Especially
we do for each
YouTube
other.
people.
That's what
Yeah.
we do. If you do on YouTube, they'll definitely.
You played the 5th fret instead of an open string. That's not
Everybody
how
check
so-and-so
out
plays it.
second 58.
it. That's not how you
He used his pinky, not his index.
Yeah.
Poser.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You just have to play it a bunch. Like there's certain things I can play that I don't even think about anymore, and I can generally not screw them up. And then sometimes there's stuff I screw up because honestly,
life.
I haven't played it enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, repetition really is the key, I think.
Yeah. And like today, it was so hot. I kept messing up everything because my hands were just so hot. And I was like swollen from being like just all that water weight and being outside. I was like, why am I not getting this on a ukulele? A C like this. It was just so weird.
I just now got a frame, so now it's.
Yeah,
well,
no,
that's
it's
nice.
actually nice.
You were saying You couldn't hit the chord on the
ukulele.
ukulele.
I kept on going off a whole entire fret every time. I was like, what? Why is it? So I actually had to look down at my hand, which I don't do playing the ukulele. So it happens. It just, sometimes you just have to go like, oh well.
So hot, our sweat is sweating.
Yes.
And they're having little sweat babies.
Yes.
It was brutal.
It was brutal.
Thanks for the questions, John. Appreciate it. Next question, Bubba Fang. Question. Does your family like your YouTube fame? Like if out in public people stop and chat? Question. Mark. 2. Have you sanded the back of your neck? Oh, on your guitars? And is it bad or good idea? What is a good amp besides Mesa or Friedman? Gus wants to know. He is considering the Katana, but in a stack. Your opinion, remember, means a lot to him.
You read that wrong. Means a lot.
A lot.
To him.
All caps.
Ha 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 ha.
KTMA RNA Legends. Hashtag beard. God bless. Stay safe. Smile. Say hi to a stranger. Strangers scare me.
Stranger danger.
Yeah.
Okay. Does your family like your YouTube quote unquote fame? Out in public, people stop chatting. I don't think anybody knows. I don't think our family thinks we have any fame.
I think like my parents just recently moved here, and I think they love that how many people we do know in town. They love that because they're those kind of people. They, I was raised in a small town, well, bigger than Canton.
Yeah,
but,
bigger than C-Town.
But a lot of people knew us growing up. So when we go to stores and people were like, hey, and knew us all by name and knew us all as girls and stuff like that. So whenever my parents moved up here and they saw that it was like kind of the same community, they loved that. But not necessarily, oh, I watch your family on YouTube, nothing like that. It's literally, y'all are always in Dollar General.
Or Walmart.
So whenever the cashiers are just like, hey, how are you doing? It's
our 12-year-old nephew thinks it's cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
You guys
Sean
probably
watches.
think they're more famous than our family. My family's just like, you still sit in front of the camera with the bearded guy? Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes. Well, you haven't in a while. That's why everybody's been asking. Past like 3 ASK RNAs. They were like, where's the bitter basement?
I don't even know where I've been.
You've been at work.
I've been at work.
The Rona threw us all off. Honestly.
You've been remodeling your house.
I have been because nobody does anything. You can't do anything. Everything's shut down. I used to go to the movies every Sunday. Can't even do that anymore.
I know.
I saw The Karate Kid 2 weeks ago in the theater.
Oh, the old one.
Old one.
Nice.
Was it good? How did it
It
go?
was actually pretty good. It held up for its age, except for the cars.
Oh, yeah.
And the boombox, because that's what started the whole fight.
Oh, on the beach.
Johnny broke the boombox.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I think they're pretty unaware of it, mostly. It is kind
Our
of...
families don't like us.
Yeah, they don't.
Angela's likes all of us, but I don't know about his. Mine don't like me. I only talk to them for maybe like an hour
my
a
family
year.
loves everybody. Just,
Yeah.
Especially mom and dad. They love these guys.
They're still not allowed to hug me though.
Okay. I think mom can get one in.
Run.
My dad's not a hugger.
We don't have a whole lot of the fame, I guess. But there are, like when we go to the Dallas Guitar Show, it's kind of funny because we'll be there with Vola or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just kind of hanging out at their booth. And then invariably, like 1 or maybe 2 people will come by like, hey, hi.
Yeah.
I watch your videos. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thank you. That's
I had
pretty
one
cool.
guy while you were out with Greg. And he came up and I was just on my phone just looking at Instagram or whatever, just waiting. And he was like, hey, just standing. I saw him kind of standing. He was just kind of standing and look up and he's like, hey. I was like, hi. He's like, I didn't want to bother you, but I just wanted to say that, I really love your YouTube videos, but I don't want to impose on what you're doing. Like, I'm not like Kate Winslet, it's just YouTube. Come on in here, have a talk. What
Why
you
would
doing?
you pick Kate Winslet?
I don't know. It's the first
Does
person
anybody
that popped
really
in
know
my
who she is besides Titanic? It is a Titanic.
She's the
chick,
only
right?
person
That
that
was a
popped
pretty
into my
big
mind.
movie,
I don't
though.
watch television.
What movie?
It's not like I don't know.
Impression.
Patrick Stewart. I was like,
Yeah.
It's not Hugh Jackman, but it's like it was just so funny. He was so scared to like interrupt me on it because I'm just in there looking at like cooking shows on Instagram. I'm like, no. come on over here, have a conversation. That was my only experience, other than.
Was that the guy we talked to when I came back? Who was there with
No,
his
he
kids?
like left. No,
different
this guy came over and was
Wow.
just like standing. He was like, "Hey," you know. I just thought it was so funny. I'm like, okay, that's weird.
I've never been approached.
And I was
That's
like,
a good thing.
no one was around to witness that, so it was just like me and this guy, you know. So I don't know who
They watched. They're like,
So if you're that guy who came up to me, one of you, if you're watching, hi. It's okay to talk to me.
And if you ever come up to me, I will flinch. Don't take it personal. I'm like,
He flinches with me, and I've known him since I was
I'd be
18.
like, don't touch me.
So
Paul doesn't trust people.
I don't.
He has issues.
I've
it's
known
okay.
him for 24 years, and he still flinches.
Like, what do you want?
Why? Get off me! Back off!
Yeah, it is kind of funny though, because we're just normal. Like everybody's just normal people. Everybody's just people.
Everybody farts.
Hugh Jackman is just a dude.
Hugh Jackman farts.
Yeah,
Panty whispers.
probably. And what's his face? Ryan Reynolds
Yes.
tries to capture it when he does it. But,
Yeah. Yes.
you know, but everybody's just people. I've met a few famous musicians, and you talk to them for a few minutes, and they were actually very cool. Yeah. But you're still a little starstruck. I mean, I kind of was like, hey, but then you start having a conversation, and what I've kind of learned over the few times I've kind of met those people is like, if you just kind of be cool and just talk to them, just like you talk to your friend, they kind of
really
appreciate that. They're like, oh, good. Yeah, we're just a dude.
I don't know. I've only been starstruck twice in my life. Everybody else I've talked to. I've been a lot of Elvira was one, and I don't think I could publicly tell that story on camera.
Yeah. You should have your own YouTube channel and tell Elvira stories.
And then the other one was Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, yeah.
He came in for a hug, and I didn't even
just
stop.
Just to hear his voice, I'd be like,
you can hug me, sir.
No one else can hug you.
He's
but
like a grandpa.
Christopher Lloyd can hug you.
I would just want to hear him talk.
He said, oh, in his voice, oh, come here, young man.
I'm like, read this sentence.
Can you say Marty for me?
Yes.
I didn't say that.
No, I knew him just from, do that. What is that? Gigawatts.
Great Scott.
No, I liked him from Clue.
Great
Clue,
Scott.
Taxi.
Oh, yeah, Taxi.
Dead by Dawn. I think that's the name of it.
The best.
He played a lot. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh yeah, the guy who melts the.
Oh, that was like sad scene. That's like the scene from.
I forget that was him.
Oh, I'm depressed now.
Yes.
The Dip.
Yes.
It's almost on the same level as the horse in Neverending Story.
Yeah.
Shh. Was it the
Don't speak of it.
Of
God,
sadness
Paul.
or something?
Walk away, bitter bass.
So our
Way
family,
to bring the bitter.
Everybody logged off right there.
Our family's fairly oblivious,
and we're done.
That we even do YouTube and that people watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our parents don't care. My mom doesn't care.
My parents don't either.
I try to explain it to her. She's like, "Oh, that's nice, honey."
My parents thought it was cool that we were playing at the farmers market in town. They're like, oh, "You're playing in front of people?" I'm like,
"Farmers market? We're gonna come watch
in front of the whole group of 20 people at the farmers market.
In front of all these farmers."
Hey, I played in front of thousands, and I played in front of nobody. We call those live rehearsals.
Yes, exactly. It's funny.
I got free drinks still. That's all.
But I love it.
Yeah, kind of weird.
But you did do the air quotes on fame. On fame. He said your
I
YouTube
yeah,
fame.
Yeah.
I don't use air quotes correctly.
You have to do it while you say the words. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Next question from Bubba Fang. Have you sanded the back of your neck on your guitars, and is it bad or good idea? I've thought about lasering it, but laser freaking yeah. I have thought about lasering my neck actually, because I'm a dude.
Which one?
That one.
Hit your chair. I don't care.
The SE.
Yeah. Now what I have? Ooh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, it's caught.
It's caught.
Okay.
It's caught. Dang it! There's an unboxing for this guitar that I haven't finished shooting the unboxing.
I bob and weave too. I know. I'm like, stop. I'm getting nervous. You're gonna accidentally hit him.
It won't be the first time one of my friends
it won't
blood
be
for me.
It won't be an accident. Yeah. So.
Is it supposed to be mute like that?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I did that. I made that happen.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Are you being facetious or you really did?
No, I did that.
Okay.
I did do that.
Okay.
So I have not sanded it down like to the wood, because you can sand them, to the wood and then put some like linseed oil or gunstock oil and like have an oiled wood finish. But I have done the satin finish where you can take green Scotch
that's
Brite
what
I was
pad.
about to ask. I was like, what?
Intro. Okay. It's been answered now because I
Green
had no
Scotch Brite, and you can go chugga, 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 chugga. And you can
Just
basically
like
turn a glossy neck into a bitter bass neck.
idea. Yes.
Or a satin neck. I don't know if you can... Oh, yeah, you can see that.
Mine are
See,
wood.
I mean, from there to there,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a huge difference.
Yeah. But you tape it off, like so. I taped it off
Yes.
with the blue tape. And it just... So I have done the satin thing. Oh, I forgot that I did that. I did this, and I played this guitar for a day, and then I haven't played the guitar since that day. There's an unboxing video for that guitar eventually coming soon. Maybe.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh!
I got it. I got it. There.
I'm just kidding.
So I have done taking a glossy neck down to a satin finish, but I've not ever sanded it completely down to the wood. Yeah, so yours have wood necks, but they have a glossy finish.
Yeah. They're really, really dirty too, probably.
Because you actually play
And
them.
they like steering wheel film.
Yeah. There's that. There's rust falling off the strings.
Like a light switch, you know.
Green Scotch
Door
Brite,
frames.
or you can get some quadruple aught
What's the purpose in doing that?
to make it's less sticky. Like if it has a glossy finish, and if your hands get
Oh,
sweaty,
yeah.
you kind of stick to the neck a little
Couldn't
bit.
you just wear a sock with some fingers cut out of it?
You could, but that would be weird. Or you
Especially
could have
if
a
the
satin
heel
neck.
is
On a
right
satin
here.
neck, it's like your
What?
hand,
The heel on the sock.
yeah, it
Well,
sticks
would
to it.
slide.
With the satin neck, your hand
puppet, like little
doesn't
mohawks
get
fingers.
stuck to the back of the neck.
I could see that.
The
I need to do that with mine.
I did it.
I could
No.
do the sock.
I did it to my acoustic actually. I did the
I
satin
need to
thing.
do that with mine.
Now,
Just use a sock.
on my acoustic, it's already glossy again, though. That is the one thing. If you do it with this, just from playing it with your hand, it'll eventually kind of buff it back to a glossy finish.
Interesting.
The sock would do that too. Just put
Yeah.
some wax on it while you're playing.
And then you have to
Right, that's true.
Scotch Brite it again, and then it's.
Don't listen to me. I don't take care of my equipment. I don't.
When's the last time you changed your strings?
When was the last time I bought strings from you?
It's been like 2 years.
That's the last
No, you have a bucket full of strings. Because I always give you strings for your birthday or Christmas. Hey, Paul, here's some strings. You're like, sweet. I'll put this with the other dozen.
Yeah, I got like a drawer full.
It's not that you don't have strings.
I just buy a new bass instead of
Why
new
buy strings? Get a new bass.
That's funny.
And then, what is a good amp besides Mesa or Friedman? Okay, so what's your budget? Right? So if you have a Mesa money or Friedman money, those are great. But for slightly less money, you could get a Devil Cat, which is made in Statesboro, Georgia. The same people who make the CMG guitars. I have a Devil Cat. I need some work. I got to send it back to get some work done. But we have a Devil Cat in the shop. That's great. So I would look at the Devil Cats. They're great. You should try them. Chris is a good guy. Lane builds them. Hand builds them. One guy
They're
builds
really
these amps.
good.
They're great. He's a great. More affordable than these other ones, Mesa and Friedman. And it's boutique. It is made in the USA, hand done by one guy. But it's more affordable than those. Now, if you're on a budget, then the Katana stuff's good. I have a Katana 50 at home. That's my at-home practice rig. We're not even Katana dealers, but I know a guy.
That's right.
I know a guy
That's right.
in Denver,
I was about to say, where's it located?
Denver, Colorado.
Is it Flipside?
Flipside
Every time he
music.
says, "I know a guy,"
I know a guy.
it's usually Ike.
It's either Ike or Paul. I know a guy.
He's my twin. Like he's
He's like
what
your
I will
older
look like
brother.
in 10 years.
It's like your
It's
10-year-old
so
brother.
scary.
It really kind of is.
If I was to shave my head, we would look just alike.
Yes.
Something happened last week. Like last week's video got 1,000 views, which was crazy. I don't know why.
I don't either.
I sent it to Ike. I was like, hey, did you watch this? I was like, what do you think? Do you think we did a Flipside shout out? And he finally watched it. He usually listens to him while he's at work. He's like, no, there was no Flipside shout out. Like,
Maybe that's why I got 1,000.
the one.
Oh, bitter.
Man.
Way too bitter.
So right now, because we've already mentioned Flipside music, we've capped it. We're going to have 400 views. But oh, man. Ike can get you a Katana. So if you want a Katana, call Ike
I've got
music.
2 katanas myself.
That's true.
But
that's not the kind he's looking for.
They're swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't play music.
I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Or a riot.
Or, you know.
Someone breaking my house.
Yeah.
Someone. Looters.
Looting?
Press the ladies. Want to see my sword?
Hey.
Can you see my sword?
Ladies
That'll
always
make the
impressed by
news.
swords.
That will make the news.
Check out the Devil Cats. Check out Katanas are great. Check out Orange. We are the Orange dealer. I like Orange amps. Once you get into their tube stuff, they're a little bit of money.
A little pricey, but not too bad.
Like the Terror series would be a little bit more affordable than the Devil Cat.
Surprised you didn't say Marshall.
I don't like Marshalls. And they tend to break a lot. Like, they're not very reliable.
Nope. We've been down that road.
Yeah, we've been down that road with Marshall. And my local amp repair guy is an old man who's repaired like every kind of amp out there. And he fixed the 5150 for me once already. I was like, hey, well, what do you think about oranges? He's like, they're great. They never break. He's like, I hardly ever have to repair an orange. I was like, what's the ones that break the most? He said, Marshall has put my kids through college. So he's like, Marshalls are always breaking. So, I mean, they're iconic, right?
It's cool to see them in the backgrounds because you know what you're looking at, but for the most part...
But if you're Slash or Zakk Wylde or Kerry King or Eric Clapton or somebody you're playing, like, your Marshall breaks, they just send you another one. And you've got 4 others on stage, so...
Yeah.
Anyways, check out those.
I'm still partial to Mesa because I've had that, what?
A long time.
20 years.
Something like
And
that.
it's still
kicking.
This Mesa over here is a beast. I mean, Mesa's good.
Yeah, that one's been around for a while.
Yeah, they last.
That's the
buy
same.
it?
Yeah,
Almost
I think we
15
bought
years
that
ago?
around the same time, didn't we?
Steve
We
bought
started
that.
recording
Steve bought that in like '97. That was Steve's.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I remember that, but
that's
that's what we
about
used to
right.
record the first songs on because I had my Mesa back then too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 20 years plus, 20 plus years.
Good stuff. That's what I think. Bubba Fang, thanks for the question. Next question, Skeet Skeet. Hashtag beard. Speaking of picks, have you ever tried a real tortoise shell, not the fake Tortex or blue chip picks? I like my picks on the stiff side, and these are what I've used for 20 years now. I love them. Will you grab that pick over there? Next to my
What
cable.
the monsters are you using a real tortoise shell, man? This wasn't tortoise.
Do you eat meat?
I eat double just to make vegetarians mad.
So,
To take away, they're not doing their job.
Somebody's gonna.
They think they're saving someone's life. I'm eating their portion.
I got this pretty sweet. You probably can't see it.
No, now you look like you're doing a Power Ranger.
Power Rangers.
Morphin pterodactyl.
You said that too easily.
I went to the Pink Ranger.
Yes, you did. You totally did.
You're a Pink Ranger.
She was hot.
Was.
Well, she's all right. She looks like I look like at my
She's
age.
like almost 50, so there you go.
She's our age.
She's practically 60.
I follow her on Instagram. Elvira's 65.
Follow.
She's still hot.
So I have a tortoise shell pick right here that one of my students made for me. I'll take a pic. I'll put a picture
It's not
up.
a tortoise.
Turtle shell.
Okay.
It's a turtle
That's
shell.
pretty cool.
Please don't tell people it's a tortoise.
It's
It
not
is
a tortoise. It's
That
a
is against the
turtle.
law.
It's a Texas turtle.
There you go. It's a creek. It's a creek
from a
eater.
creek
It's a creek turtle.
in Texas. Not a tortoise.
They're not
It's a
extinct.
Yeah, it's a dead turtle.
I'm
And they're
sorry,
not
but I
endangered.
just can't sit there and pick up a turtle shell and, this would make a great pick.
So they
Not
found.
country kids.
They found it. Yeah, it's
Credit card maybe.
Yeah. So they got some of the tortoise shell and he made me a pick. I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you.
And he carved RNA in
And he
it.
carved it. I'm like, thank you. And I put it on my shelf over there. I haven't tried using it. I did have, many years ago when we first opened, an older gentleman come in. He's like, hey, you ever played with a tortoise shell pick? I was like, no. And he whipped some out. He had a couple. He's like, listen, because you can still own them if you purchase them like a
long time ago.
before 1982 or 1981.
You purchase them off the black market, you'll be fine.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you
Poachers.
own them before it was illegal to
Yes.
make them, it
Like
was,
an ivory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
yeah, it's fine. You own it was
Just can't
pre-existing. You
currently
owned
purchase.
it before it was illegal to
Harvest them.
Harvest that. And so he'd had these a long time. And he let me play with one. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And like, it was still in great shape.
Yeah.
So did it make you play better?
It's like bone.
No. I played about the same. But it was pretty cool. There's a giant difference between those old tortoise shell picks and the Texas pasture turtle shell. This feels fairly brittle.
Texas Creek turtle.
Texas Creek turtles. Hashtag.
Yes.
That was Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have, not in a long time though, but yeah. I don't recommend the Texas Creek turtle picks. Mm-mm. I think,
Unless it was professionally done.
Yeah.
That's just a kid.
You could sand that down. It would work.
Yeah, I could probably. But I don't know if it's the right durability of that material.
It's not flimsy enough for me.
Yeah. You need a flimsy pick there. Yeah. Thank you for the question, Skeet Skeet. Next question, Mark. Not watched in quite a while. Angela's hair getting a lot longer.
Yeah.
You guys have an Instagram question mark? You both are great.
Yeah, it's long. You
How
can't
long
really
is
tell.
It's been longer. It's been shorter.
Yes, it has been longer for sure. When I first had Aiden, it was a lot longer than this.
Was it though?
I like she did it longer than this.
It was.
Yeah, it's
You're out
long.
of frame.
No, my hair is it's long.
They can't see that. You're out of frame.
Well,
Plus, you're wearing a black shirt.
Well,
You have
it's down my
black
back.
hair.
It's down to the lower part of my back. It's just because it's
if you
curly.
pull the curls, yeah.
If I straighten my hair, the shortest part, because it's layered, so the shortest part of my hair goes about like to there. But the longest part of my hair goes to the middle of my back. But it's
think it looks
curly,
great.
so it doesn't look as long. But it is longer than the short, extreme bob thing that I had like 3 years ago. So
Was that 3 years?
Mhm.
I think it was more than that.
maybe 4.
4 years.
Maybe for this Christmas.
You guys have an Instagram? Yes, we
Yes.
do. RNA Music on
Yeah,
Instagram. You'll
we
find
have
us
RNA
quite
Music,
easily.
and he has a private one, and I have a private one, or like us personally, personal one, not private.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
yes,
not unlisted.
RNA Music has an Instagram. Go follow us.
Yeah.
Tell your fans.
Paul has an Instagram. It is the Bitter Baseman.
Mine's boring. You'll get house remodels, some music, and kittens.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing more exciting than that.
Yes.
Collectibles.
I don't take pictures of them. I don't take pictures of my food. Sorry, I eat it.
Never take pictures of guns,
I don't really
collectibles,
take pictures of my
or
food
food.
either.
I don't want people knowing what I own.
I don't take pictures.
Your car.
Of my food.
See, I don't trust people like that. They know what I own and find out where I live. They rob me.
We were
It
just
has
talking
And
about
it has happened.
it.
And actually twice within 3 weeks by the same guy. He was a meth dude who was camping out by a tent across the street from my house when I lived in the woods.
Yeah.
You weren't far enough in the woods.
No, funny story. Do I have time to tell the story?
I don't know.
He stole...
He said, I don't know.
I'll tell it as quickly as possible. First time he stole all my amps and basses. So within 3 weeks I filed a report.
That's great.
And I went and I bought new amps, new basses. And then I got robbed again like a week later. And I was mad. On top of that, the dude, whoever robbed me, which I know who it is because he was in jail now. I just bought a fresh bag of licorice. And he took all and left me 3 freaking
Get
pieces.
the amps.
Yeah, I even told the cop that. I was joking about that. I was like,
That's
man,
hateful.
The dude took all the licorice except for 3 pieces. I was like, that's just messed up.
That's a hate crime.
So about 2 hours later, I get a call from the cops. Goes, hey man, we got the guy who got your stuff and we got all your stuff back. I was like, oh, that's awesome. How'd you get him? He goes, you're not going to believe this. There was this guy walking down the highway going to Walmart holding a handful of licorice. And that's how they caught him.
Nice.
Licorice
Licorice.
saved the day.
Dun,
Got my
dun,
bases
dun. That's why he loves it.
Thank you, Mark.
That was
I think we're great too. You're great.
Well, it's not great. It cost me about
That's not great.
$3,000, I think.
Paul
Mark-
getting robbed
Mark's
isn't great.
Yeah.
Mark was great.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we got a couple of Instagrams.
Yeah, sure, Mark.
Great he got caught
Paul's-
by licorice.
Paul's band, The Nobodies, has a Instagram.
I don't have a band called the Nobodies. That's his band.
Oh, my band, The Nobodies, has
I
an
was
Instagram.
like, I'm so confused.
Paul's band, Awkward
Awkward
Pause,
Pause.
also has an Instagram.
Do we?
Yeah.
I am not on social.
I sent you the links. You have access.
I am not on social media like they
gosh.
are. I do not think I'm an interesting person. Other people do for some reason. I don't understand that.
Most interesting
I laugh at
people
myself a lot.
think they're not. Go check us out. You'll find us. We're on the grams.
I do think you're interesting.
I am kind of bad about posting. You're supposed to post something every day.
Yeah,
I'm doing good to do posts like
I
once a week.
Once a month, if even that.
Yeah.
I feel so narcissistic just sitting there. Hey guys, you want to know what I'm doing?
I'm an influencer.
Isn't that what you talk on all the time? Your little.
Not all the time, like barely.
No.
And I don't know. I feel dorky. I mostly just re-quote posts that other people do. I'm like, oh, that's good. I'll share that. So 90 times out of 10, I'm sharing other people's stuff. I'm not even talking.
That's how you do it.
If you're curious what some of our songs sound like, you might get clips of it on my Instagram. Which
yeah.
Instagram.
I think that's it.
Follow him.
It's not even.
Their basement.
It's not exciting either. It's just computer screen, like with music playing.
Yeah.
I film my computer screen.
But musicians will appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
I do have a couple
people
across seas that follow me for some
Bitter
reason.
Basement.
They're musicians too.
That's cool.
They reply, but it's not in English, so I don't know what they're saying.
I'll put the links in the description. You can go.
They
find
could probably
all
say
the
I hate it, and
stuff.
I'm liking it just to make them happy.
You're like, thanks.
Thanks. Because your playing sucks. Thanks.
Thank you. I always like to say, thanks, Dad. I get like, you should give up hard rock. Thanks, Dad. You should stop playing metal. You suck.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but see, it's true in my life.
Final question. Final question. Stephen Scharf, I have a question
Lord have mercy.
for Angela. Hello.
Hello. I don't know if you guys remember that from Seinfeld. It's a 90s show.
Yes, I do.
Hello. Have you heard of the band called Steam Powered Giraffe? My wife got me hooked on them, and they're really awesome. Ryan, I have a question for you. Have you seen any new 2021 sneak peek of Schecter guitars? Have you heard of the Steam Powered Giraffe band?
Yes, I have. About 5 years ago or so,
kind of band
Jake from State Farm.
It's a Jake.
Our Jake, they when they were hanging out here like all the time.
Before they grew up.
Yes, before they grew up and left us. Whatever.
When they were 15.
He introduced me to them. He was like, Miss Angela, you totally will love this band. You'll totally love it. And so the Honeybee song and was it Brass Goggles? I haven't listened really to them. I really like their music. They're steampunk, and they wear
paint. They look like West Borland. If West Borland was 3 different people.
It's kind of, but West Borland was more like demonic, and these guys are more like machines.
Demonic. He had a bunny. Bunnies aren't demonic.
Scary bunnies.
And they
Not
have
demons.
machines, and they're like they sing, and it's just like this real like 1920s. It has like the crackle sound in the background, like it's recorded on a old.
Didn't Devo do that?
Yeah, kind of.
Badly.
But it's really neat, and their voices are very good. I love their harmonies are really nice, and they just have this really great sound. I was listening to Honeybee earlier. I was like, I forgot how much I like this, and it was so funny. Jake played it for me, and he was like, "You don't like it, do you?" I was like, "Actually, I really do like it." He's like,
I'm surprised Jake likes it.
I know it was. I wasn't expecting when he said, "I have this band I want you to listen to." I was like, "Oh dear."
Here we go.
Oh Lord
Oh,
Jesus!
Lord.
It's gonna be like Ryan asking.
It's Avenged
me to
Sevenfold, isn't
it? Yes.
It's Avenged Sevenfold, isn't
please.
it? Check out that.
It's like, have y'all not met me?
I don't think any of us listen to the same music.
No, but I can.
We all listen to Metallica.
No.
I can
I
appreciate
listened to some of
talent.
it. He asked
No
me
matter
one the other
what
day.
genre it is, no matter what genre, no matter who it is, I appreciate talent. Like the clown guy that you introduced me to. You're like, you gotta listen to this song. There's the weird guy dressed like a clown. He did a song with he did a song with Josh Groban. It was the best.
Puddles.
Yeah.
Pity Party. Is that it?
He has a great
He did an awesome
voice.
version of All the Small Things by Blink-182.
Yes, it was crazy. If you don't know who Puddles is, look.
It is
that
Puddles,
guy.
right?
I think so. I think that's right. I'm gonna look it up. But yes, so it kind of has that same feel as the steam-powered Giraffe. But I think
Puddles Pity Party.
Paul, why don't you
apparently
Google
he was on
it.
America's Got Talent,
I already Googled it.
and So yeah, it has
So
that
fast.
same kind of feel, and he has an amazing voice. But he's dressed like the creepy clown, like the creepy.
No clowns are creepy.
Meh. I like the hobo clowns, but this is like the one kind of it-ish.
Ronald McDonald.
No, he's not. He's like the sad clown.
Yeah.
It's happy. He's just smiling all the time. And he's eating kids.
Too many
Without the hair, because he's bald and he has a little crown on his head. But it has that same kind of feel to it because it's like this old world 1930s, 40s music voice with really cool modern flair, which I like. I think that's awesome and very inventive. So, yes, I do, and I like them. The steam powered Giraffe and Puddles. Yeah. FYI.
Ryan, have you seen any of the new 2021 Schecter sneak peeks?
You haven't said anything about them, so have
No,
you?
I haven't.
Okay.
They have.
You normally do.
They've just released some models that were kind of like late 2020, like that Solo 2 custom with the burl top.
Yeah.
Like they just released some stuff. There's a new.
Everything's been paused a little bit.
There's like the Silver Mountain guitar, but that's in green, or is it the Red Rain, but it's green? I think they did like a green version of the Silver Mountain.
Like you said, call it Red Rain, but it's green.
Yeah, they have one called Red Rain.
But the same kind of.
It's the same
kind of cut
design,
right, but it's green.
but it's green.
Green Rain.
Green Rain.
Yes.
But I don't think it. I think it's.
Rainforest.
I think it's the Silver Mountain guitar, but in green. So it's a green mountain, I guess. But no, I haven't seen anything or heard anything about 2021. But they do have some like. Schecter is kind of interesting that they do like middle of the year releases.
I remember
like
that.
that Burl Top Solo 2 is
Man.
like it just now kind of came out. Like, where did this come from? And it's like just made its debut. So nothing yet for 2021. Probably November or October, November. They'll start teasing the 2021 stuff. But I don't have any heads up. I just got an email the other day. Hey, check out these new models we got. I'm like, yeah, I've already seen them on Instagram. A little late to the party. Email sales guy. I've already seen them.
I was like, what are you pushing at me for?
Your Instagram is on
Instagram.
point.
Yeah. I'm like, shouldn't the dealers find out about new guitars coming out
Before the
before
world.
it gets out on social media stuff? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, when my sales rep finally emailed me about new models, I'm like, yeah, I've already seen them. I'm emailing them. Hey, what's this guitar? Oh yeah, it's coming out. Thanks for the heads up. But no 2021 stuff. And that's the final question. Yay, so excited. Woo. That's Denny likes the medium length videos.
Yeah.
Not super long, not super short, somewhere in the middle.
Who?
Denny's plant-based journey. Do you even comment on our videos, Paul?
The only thing that you said, Denny, I said Denny's. I thought food, plant-based. I thought my tomatoes at home. And what was the last word you said?
Journey.
Journey. I thought.
Oh my gosh. You know what I'm
the band.
craving right now? Some Denny's pumpkin pancakes.
Denny's gone vegetarian, and he's documenting it on his channel because he had some health issues.
I'll be eating your extra portion of meat just for you.
Yeah. Don't worry about your meat going to waste, Denny. Paul's going to pick up the slack.
That just sounds so weird.
It really does. Okay. Thanks, Denny.
He has a great channel. I watch it. And I think about vegetables sometimes when I watch.
I like vegetables. That's what I had today for lunch.
I love vegetables.
Avocado, tomato,
I love them
cucumber
baked.
salad.
I love them grilled. I love them raw. I love them stewed. I love them pureed. I love vegetables. They're good.
I guess.
Steamed.
All right. So that's all the questions for this week. If you have a question for next week, please leave it below in the comments section of this video. Yeah, we do. You got to make it to the end of the video.
I don't watch TV anymore. I only watch my computer. I'm so sick of social media. It's all negative.
It really is. It's
really
trash. Trash fires.
So leave a question for next week. Leave your thoughts and comments on the other questions we've already answered today. And secret hashtag of the daytime. If you watch this whole video from the beginning to the end, that's why you never see Paul leave this comment, because he never watches the whole video.
He sends
But
me
we have a
text
secret.
messages. Hey, check out minute 36.
And so
12.
he checks out
Yeah,
mid
I know
36, 12.
I know you're not going to watch the whole thing, so I just give you go check out
I
this
talked
point.
to him.
timestamp.
Hey, why don't you watch the video we did? Then come talk to me. And
Like, I was there. I lived it. Secret hashtag today. If you watch the whole thing, that means you're super extra awesome. And it's our little secret. Type it in. And what did I say earlier? I thought of it. Texas Creek Turtle.
Yes.
something like that.
Hashtag Texas Creek Turtle. That's the secret hashtag. Put that in with your comment and or your question or just as itself. And we'll know you are super awesome and have achieved legendary viewer status.
Hey, I go back and hit like on your videos.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate
I appreciate the likes.
I do that.
Like, thumbs up.
Sometimes I'll give them thumb downs and I'll tell them.
Doesn't matter.
Ring that bell.
As long as you're getting.
Yeah.
See,
Google doesn't care if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. It's engagement, and that's all they're looking for. Did
I
somebody
never have my phone on to realize there was a bell. I think Angela posted one day that, we're all slaves to a bell, and I'm like,
Yeah, Pavlov's dog.
I texted her, I was like, what bell are you talking about?
Your alert? Hey,
Because there's an alert on your phone. I had no clue.
Yeah. Like on Facebook, at the bottom, your notifications that you got a notification is the shape of a bell. And then on YouTube, to notify whether it's the shape of a bell. They basically put Pavlov's dog's bell on all the YouTube videos. And every time we are conditioned, we see that bell, just like Pavlov's dog. Ring the bell, the dog comes and eats the food.
oh,
I don't, man. Even when my phone vibrates on a text, I'm like, I don't even want to talk to them.
I'm just saying. I never realized that until I saw that bell. It actually on Facebook, it actually rings whenever.
Does it? See, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, whenever
you actually
whenever
get a
a
notification?
notification, it comes up and it goes like this. It actually rings.
We were all trained little puppies.
It is.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
And as soon as it ringed, I looked at it and I saw it ring. I was like, I never noticed it ring before. I was like, oh, they Pavlov's dogged us.
we're all slaves to the machine.
They Pavloved us.
Hashtag Texas Creek Turtle.
Yes.
And we'll leave a comment for you saying you're a
Hashtag
legend.
Pavlov's dog.
Hashtag ring the bell.
Ring that bell. Ring
Demonetized.
ding, ding.
I thought it'd be 17 seconds, right?
I don't know.
I know. I don't
All
think
right.
anybody's gonna know that song.
Thank you guys so much. We will see y'all in the next video, whenever that is. I got some unboxing videos
Yay!
sometime that I'm going to put out.
And we'll be doing a vlog.
And I'm not doing anything.
You're lucky he's here right now. Count your lucky stars.
I'll be working on our songs. We've
I've told
actually
them,
completed.
Okay, John's Tropical Reflections. There you go. Here he is.
In fact, the last 3
In all
videos,
his
people have
bitter
asked
glory.
about music, and I've had
Okay,
to
we've
tell
actually
them
finished a song. We finished it. It's in mixing.
it's being mixed as we speak.
They listened to the first mix
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They
So
really
new
didn't say
music
anything, so
coming
I don't
soon
know what that means.
From the
but-
nobodies. I mean, awkward pause. That's what I meant to say.
And we're almost halfway done with our second song. It's only going to take, by the time we're 50,
6
we'll
more
have it
months.
done.
6 more months, we'll finish the other song.
I'll have grandkids, but at least we'll have a second song.
Yeah. I've given up on an album. I'm just going for singles.
That works.
Yep.
And then we can compile all the singles into an album.
There you go.
All right, thank you guys so much. We will see you in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
But you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next group of people coming up.
Dang it.
I was like, he's not going to say it just because Paul's here. I
Learning to play.
I felt it in my bones.
I was waiting, too. I was like,
The next generation
make it so.
coming up, learning to play instruments of all
Shut up,
kinds.
Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So excited.
Sorry if I smell like garlic. I had my garlic for lunch.
Smells good.
It was like that.
I love
Like I
garlic.
said, avocado, tomato, cucumber with garlic, pepper, salt, and a little bit of Italian dressing. I was like,
Nice. That sounds good.
it was very
Made
good.
my mouth water. Zoom.
I don't think that lens is long enough for this nose.
Oh, it makes me want to watch Roxanne.
Hey.
Well, I just thought it. That's not because you actually look
then I
like
said
that.
it.
So once I sell the house, the nose job will be coming up.
It's alright with me.
Do what now?
That's mine.
What you saying?
Never mind, I'll find someone like you.
Don't get demonetized.
You're not gonna leave it in. It's editing.
I like this shirt, but it's too baggy now.
It really is too baggy.
Look how skinny I am.
It almost looks silly.
That's what happens when you waste away to nothing.
Waste away.
Drinking diet sodas.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, I'm red-eye.